I'm excited about the financial opportunity like LAX is going to give me, like just by having this full-time job.
Emancipated foster youth is a youth that has aged out of the foster care system, hopefully 21 years old. Sometimes they can age out the system at 18, depending if they want to volunteer and stay in the system.
We are exposed to a lot of trauma, a lot of there's a lot of PTSD-ish stuff going on. We're more sensitive than most, so they always want to make sure that we're mentally ready for any pressure that might be put upon us.
The struggles that emancipated foster youth will face is a lot. It's tremendous. Lack of finances, lack of education, lack of housing, basically a lack of support system, mental and physical health. When we first started giving our jobs to foster care youth, we noticed right away that they were getting fired quicker than they were getting hired. And it wasn't no fault of their own. It was homelessness and then depression. So then I took a step back and said, well, it's not job readiness we need more mental health services. So then I made a transition to hire a lot of mental health persons to provide therapy while we're doing job readiness training. So I merged the two. And so when you say job development, it's really therapy and job development. And we came up with that concept, and we call it Operation Emancipation.
I think one of the biggest struggles for me going through foster youth was just being confused, misguided, not knowing where to go, not knowing who to trust. And you know, as a young kid, you don't really, I didn't really think about what was right, what was wrong. It was more like, are you in or are you out?
The thing about Right Way is they always want to make sure that we're mentally prepared for what's going on.
Once youth complete Operation Emancipation, then they have access to all the services we provide, which includes one-on-one therapy, case management. We help youth find housing or other resources as needed.
The Operation Emancipation program is a program that helps you, basically teaches you soft skills and hard skills to work in a professional environment.
Franco and the Right Way Foundation first find youth that they feel would be suitable for one, passing background check, but be great team members. They're looking for hospitality experience. So once they go through the program with Franco, they come and interview with us, and then they're hired.
My goal right now is to be able to fix my budget so I could save around 15% of my annual income.
LAX specifically, we employ about 400 team members.
Right Way Foundation took it a step further about 4 years ago that created trauma-informed workplace mentoring. That's where we teach the companies how to work with our population, how to deal with our youth, and to really become active and get involved and to play a mentorship role.
Some of the challenges is really training our managers on the background of some of the youth that are in the foster care system and the trauma that they've experienced.
They're very open to taking the training because it's something that not only helps them kind of understand the experiences of the youth that we serve, but also for all their other employees.
Our team members are now going through the training because we found that although our HR team was informed of the training, and trying to then train our managers, that it's better to have our managers directly come in and get the training directly from the Right Way Foundation.
We're sharing guide them at work, and then if you see something, maybe give them a call after their shift is over and see what's really going on. And then it's an extra eyes and ears and a heart on the youth.
So the trauma-informed training for employers is a 4-hour training, typically. And what it covers is just sort of like the basics of trauma, kind of what trauma looks like, noting individual differences. And then we talk more about the kind of crux of it is really sort of building relationships, because that's really the foundation of what we do here is, everything has its foundation in building a relationship, building rapport, building trust. And that's a lot of what we cover in that trauma-informed training. It's really how to do that.
I think the biggest key is knowing the background and trauma that some of the youth have experienced and feeling a level of empathy and being able to articulate and communicate properly with the team members. Often messages are lost just on how they're said. It's not what you're saying, it's how you're saying it. And so the training is really going to inform them of that so that they can be more cognizant and conscious of it when coaching and training those team members.
We've all like had trials and tribulations, and we've all like have different ways of coping with it and working through that. And we all build defense mechanisms that allow us to continue on. But a lot of the times we end up projecting those negative feelings or those negative things upon other people. And it just taught us like not to be aware of that and then not to emulate that. Just because someone else is doing it doesn't mean we have to do it. And it's not personal, so I shouldn't feel attacked by someone else behaving in a certain way because I don't know their story.
I think one of my goals for after completing the program would be to start my own nonprofit, start my own kind of business, and helping people, especially Latina mothers in the community. This is the best place to get your mind right, to get your money right, to get yourself right, to get your person right.
And when you feel that overwhelmed and you feel like breaking down, that's because something great is right around the corner.
We're improving the local neighborhood and local community by supporting foster youth, and I think this is a great program that we're looking to hopefully expand across the country and support our operations in other cities.
American Graduate Getting to Work is made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.